if you are Rishi Sunak, you hope you will do better in a head-to-head debate at one of a dozen hustings around the country in front of the party membership. But you've got to hope you can win those victories, rhetorical victories, in time for it to have an impression on voters who then go away and vote. Your worry is, if you're Rishi Sunak's team, that the Tory membership get their ballot papers and send them straight off.
Yeah.
Could an appeal from somebody, and I'm thinking probably Boris Johnson, to say, I'm not urging you to vote for one candidate or t'other, but I am saying you've got 6 weeks to think about the nation's future. Yeah. Take your time, take a pause, don't dash them off. It's not a rush to the post office. Have a think.
That would be the statesmanlike thing to do, wouldn't it? But I think it's not a great secret. I think Boris Johnson wants Liz Truss to win this election. The gossip, and I think it's fairly well-established gossip, is that Boris Johnson did not like the way his Chancellor behaved towards him, found him not just disloyal in resigning from his cabinet at the last minute, but found him someone he found very difficult to work with. And all the way along. And so if it looks like Liz Truss will do very well from an early vote of Tory members, I don't think Boris Johnson will be discouraging that. But there is a lot of conventional wisdom in these elections that isn't always true. And that's why I don't think we should assume that an early vote would favour Liz Truss, because it may well be that opinion polling does really affect voters. I think we also have a BBC debate, a head-to-head. I think it's coming Monday evening, which will be very important. That will certainly happen before the ballot papers go out. So that will be really critical. And I think Rishi Sunak in particular does need to avoid that. So you've just mentioned it, when he said to Liz Truss, what do you regret most, being a Remainer or being a Liberal Democrat? That looked to me a nasty sort of attack on Liz Truss.
She
responded well.
Yeah, but just how that comes about. You've been there. You've advised the Prime Minister. He doesn't strike you as a snide, malevolent character in any way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is. It felt like somebody had got in his ear. They'd gamed the whole thing out. And Rishi, what you need to do is draw attention to the fact she was a Remainer and she was a Liberal Democrat. But it didn't come across as natural. Do they get got at by their advisers a little bit? Do they get coached too much?
Well, if I was to be charitable, the one thing I would say was this leadership race has happened incredibly fast. And you do those debates, they will have had 2 or 3 hours probably at most of debate prep time. And what seemed to be good, perhaps in an inkling, didn't actually work on the night. So they are under enormous pressure, these candidates. They've been
sleep deprived, very hot.
Well,